Invertebrates. The weirdest class of animals on the planet. Dun dun dun. And we'll be talking about them today. Now, let me just give you an origin of what happened when I stopped filming my videos. There's a reason why I stopped filming videos. Because my phone not really my phone, my dad's phone had to get traded out with a new phone because, well, it broke, unfortunately. So sad. And we had to, and like I said, Dad had swiped for a new phone, so I lost my channel. So I was restarting everything, and like a new episode, first episode actually, a new phone, a new thing to hold the camera, a new everything. And let's just get into the video. Now, there are six classes of the invertebrates. And invertebrates, they have no bones at all. And sometimes they may have no backbone. So what supports their body and protects their body is an endoskeleton and an exoskeleton. Yeah, they support their body so they can live. Yeah, and here are the six classes. There is worms, arthropods, mollusks, sponges. There's cnidarians and echinoderms. Now, arthropods is my favorite group. Random comments. Everybody thinks that it's their least favorite, but they're pretty interesting. I mean, yeah, they look gross and stuff, and some of them may be poisonous, but they're pretty cool. Now, some examples of a mollusk could be a snail or a slug. They live in land, and yeah. Cnidarians, like jellyfish, they have like poisonous organisms at the end of their tentacle, which protects them from predators. And then sponges, they're the simplest kind of invertebrates. They have symmetry, and they have, it's like a sac, but it has a giant hole at the top. And sea urchin is a type A of sponge, and it has symmetry. And echinoderm, like starfish or squids, they change colors, and yeah, they kind of stay in place, and some of them move just freely. Worms are still interesting, not as interesting as arthropods, of course, but they live in land, or they can live in water, or they can live in other organisms' bodies. And there's three main classes of worms: cemented worms, roundworms, and flatworms. In the name, roundworms, they're like round and they curl up and that stuff. Flatworms, they're just flat onto the ground. Like cemented worms, this is what they look like. There you go. That's what they look like. And then the type of cemented worm is like an earthworm. I'm sure you've seen one before. They're deep into the earth, and yeah. And arthropods. I can name so many arthropods if I want. I know about... I lost count. I can name them all, but I won't. One example is centipede. Can I name three more? Thank you. Millipede, spider, and all that stuff. Now let me give you some specific types of octopus. Now this octopus has been threatened. That's why it has curled up and changed colors. And another specific example of arthropods. Look at all these types of arthropods. Man, you have centipedes and millipedes, crabs and ants and moths and spiders and praying mantids and bees and yeah, all that stuff. You have face beetle and ladybugs and all that stuff. Now here's some worms. Ooh, you may be disgusted. Okay, this is a type of flatworm. It's called planarian. They look like they're floating, but they're actually really close to the ground. They may be floating, but they're actually just on the ground at most times. And this worm right here is called a nematode. It's a roundworm, and yeah, it lives in other organisms' body. And it's a cemented worm. You already know. Looks like this thing. Yeah. And if we flip to the next page, you can see a bunch of more things. Like you see jellyfish, and then you can see June beetle and that stuff, Isn't too exciting, Yeah, that's all for the video. No, it's not. We're also gonna be talking about some really poisonous organisms. Yeah, I know. It's you don't want to really hear it, but I just want to give you information. It's my thing. So let's put that away, and we'll talk about the box jellyfish. The box jellyfish, as you know in the name, the top of it is shaped like a box. It has the second most deadliest venom on the planet, meaning it can kill a grown man, blah blah blah, etc. Now, crown jellyfish, just like the box jellyfish, but at the top of it, it looks like a crown. And they have really deadly venom. And yeah, then we have stonefish. Stonefish can camouflage, and yes, they have pretty deadly venom. And then there's this. I hate this one. Then there's the wolf spider. Ah, man. Wolf spiders. They're so gross. They have so much hair on them. And they have a strong bite force. And then, yeah, I don't really want to talk about them. Because you may just not want to hear the rest about it. And then we have the huntsman spiders. Huntsman spiders can grow huge. And I mean huge. I believe they're poisonous. And, yeah, they look pretty creepy. And then you have centipedes and millipedes. You know, centipede means 100, milli means 1,000. And they have 100 legs and 1,000 legs, you know. You usually find them in deserts. But in Las Vegas, I live in a desert, so I could find one. I once found one in my backyard. Yeah. It was a small one. It was like, you know, up to here. My brother was actually carrying it, like, by a leg. He was pretty creepy. And then some other poisonous ones is like scorpions. They live in deserts as well. Yeah, so they're basically grown to like same sizes. I can't even fit it in the camera. I can't even fit it. It's like this, but you know, the max size could be like, I don't know, twice as big, 3 times big. So yeah, and that'll wrap it up for the video. And if you want to talk about invertebrates, just comment down below. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.